but they refuse to do the right thing by me. So they don't know who I am, but they're going to feel who I am. A lot of people are going to be left behind that had close encounters with me. I dwell with God, and I have knowledge and discretion. The fear of God is hatred of evil, pride and arrogance, and the way of evil and perverted speech I hate. I have counsel and sound wisdom. I have insight. I have strength. By me, kings reign and rulers decree what is just. By me, princes rule and nobles, all who govern justly. I love those who love me, and those who seek me diligently find me. Riches and honor are with me, enduring wealth and righteousness. My fruit is better than gold, even fine gold, and my yield than choice silver. I walk in the way of righteousness, in the path of justice, granting an inheritance to those who love me and filling their treasures. I read that before, but I had to read it again. My money is good money. My Father possessed me at the beginning of his work. Before the foundations of the world, before anything, my husband's spirit made me his wife. And we are one. Man has never seen him, but I have seen him. And I know him. And he knows me. He knows when I get scared. He knows when I'm like, what's going on? Why do I feel like this? Why do I, And he woke me up. He's like, Ayana, it's time to put some choices out to people, because they are watching you, whether they act like they don't watch you or not. They are listening, whether they act like they're not listening or not. But give them opportunities, because Dave, when I see him work, the way he speaks to people. Now, I don't know if he speaks to people like that when I'm gone. I hope he does. I really hope that he does. But every time in my hearing, he's speaking to people with respect, no matter how they look or whatever, or what situations. He knows the situations of people. I'm sure they, get him mad, but ain't nobody gonna touch him. He's a driver of mine. He's going to be a driver of mine. Whether it be driving my kids to the airport or whatever. But he's definitely going to drive me places. I can do that for people that do right by me and acknowledge who I am in their spirit. Like I said, right now I'm not into people worship. Worship is doing right by me. Doing what's right by me. Loving me. My presence being a blessing to you. My perfume being the smell of love to you. Like, she's here. And a lot of them don't speak until I speak to them. But that's okay. It's all right. If you're speaking Hebrew to me, it's okay. Hey, how you doing? Good. They acknowledge me. But those who are evil, they're just like, they put their head down, because they know that those spirits in them don't want to be cast out. And they're on the job. They're on the job of the evil one. And I don't... I just know that everybody's naked before me. You know, they're on assignment, but I do believe that they know that I'm the strongest. I'm stronger than them, and they are powerless to do anything evil towards me. Even their thoughts, my Father comes at them. You know, and they got to pay for that. Whatever they do, they have to pay for it. You know, my Father possessed me at the beginning. And his says down here, created me at the beginning of his work, the first of his acts of old. Ages ago, I was set up at the first, before the beginning of the earth, when there was no depths. I was set up at the first, meaning I was on my throne next to him at the first. I was already a queen before I was born. I just had to remember. And that's why I said, wake up and shake yourself, Zion. Get up, Jerusalem. Wake up and shake yourself. Those who stepped on that said, lay down so we can walk across, they will walk across no more. I'm going to scatter them like dust. That means burn them up. Ages ago, I was set up at the first, before the beginning of the earth. When there were no depths, I was brought forth. When there were no springs bound with water. Before the mountains, meaning like I was lifted up in his hand as the sun. Before everything else. Everything else. He was dark. He was black dark. And I was light. And I brought light to his spirit and goodness and everything perfect. He looked at me and said, she's perfect. She's beautiful. I said, let's make little people like us, that like us. He's like, yeah, but I'm not gonna protect him like I'm gonna protect you. Because he gonna do something stupid. He's going to be jealous of you. Because I do everything for you. So he made us a little man. And we put him down here. Gave him everything. I said, Dad, honey, it's not good that he should be alone. I want to go down there. I want to go down there. All right. All right. All right. I have a land for you. That land is going to be where it's your wedding gift. This is a land that I am going to give to you. That's yours. And this is where you're going to raise your children. And he brought the woman to the man. And I want to read that again. I have to read that. Okay, so ages ago I was set up, and at the first, before the beginning of the earth, when there was no depth, I was brought forth, and when there was no springs abound with water. Before the mountains had been shaped, before the hills I was brought forth. Before he had made the earth with its fields, or the first of the dust of the world, when he established the heavens, I was there. When he drew a circle on the face of the deep, when he made firm the skies above, when he established the fountains of the deep, when he assigned the sea its limits so that the waters might not transgress his commands. When he marked out the foundations of the earth, then I was beside him like a master workswoman. And I was daily his delight, rejoicing before him always, rejoicing in his inhabited world, and delighting in the children of human beings. And now, O sons, listen to me. Blessed are those who keep my ways. Hear instruction and be wise, and do not neglect it. Blessed is the one who listens to me, watching daily at my gates for my videos, waiting beside my doors for my videos. For whoever finds me finds life, finds a wife. But whoever finds me finds life and obtains favor from my Father, but from me. But he who fails to find me injures himself. All who hate me love death. All who hate me love death. So, people do need to be delivered. Love is come in the flesh to deliver those who are still in sin, trapped by the devil, because the devil got people trapped up in here, financially, everything, mentally, spiritually. They're like, oh, if you don't do this, we're going to show this video, we're going to show. So what? At this point, show it already, because God is going to destroy it anyway. There ain't going to be no ether or whatever you guys call it. There is not going to be an internet where all the things that you've done in dark places, once it's exposed, it's exposed. So if you are scared about a threat of somebody saying that, oh, you were on this murder and you did this and you did that, listen, if you want to hold on to that sin, then yeah, you're going to pay for it. You want to be like, oh, no, I didn't do it. I'm going to get myself a lawyer. I'm going to... Ain't no lawyers in this kingdom that's going to stand before any of my judges and say that they're innocent. And any judge who acquits somebody who is guilty, they are going to be thrown into the fires of hell too. In the incinerator. When you know somebody guilty, we're not wasting court and judges and people's time. We're not wasting time. You got them on film and they say, is this you? Did you do this? Did you type this? Yes, I did. Now, if somebody set them up to make it look like, because obviously anybody could screenshot a phone and say it's this person's number or that person's number, and it is just done, twisted and all. I mean, it was just such, this AI thing. I saw a baby picture singing a song, and it's just so terrible. I can't imagine what they made it look like to Richie that I did, and I didn't do it. You know, or to the world that I did, and he agreed to it because of pressure. You know, when you say, man, I don't care, do what you want to do, just kill me. You know, do what you want to do it then. But if you love me in your heart, and you say, then kill me then, you ain't gonna die. They're gonna be like, you just bluffing. They have no power. They're powerless over you. That's why I was telling you, you guys, you got to find your strength in love. You got to fight for your right to party. No, it's true. You want to party, then you got to fight. Spiritually, this battle is already won. You guys got to believe it. I believe it. I'm just waiting for it to money to get up out of here, find myself a place. I don't know what I'm waiting for. Sometimes I'm like, am I waiting for Michael? Am I waiting for money? What am I waiting for? I'm waiting for power? What? Damn, what am I waiting for? But I still have to wait. My dad said wait. Be patient. I am coming. Okay? Okay? So, people, listen to my words. Obey my commands. You hear wicked people talking about me, just be quiet. And be silent. And that will let them know that we ain't around like company. We ain't around somebody. That's right. And you have the strength and the power of God, of love surrounding you to be like, get out of my hearing with that mess. Okay, so I read that. Matthew 11:28. Hold on one second, guys. Hi, guys. Okay, before honor, before a crown is placed on a man's head by love, he has to be brought down low. Okay? I don't know. I know my dad had to bring Richie down low and Michael down low. Michael is John the Baptist. So you could just call him Joseph. And he's the one that Miss Catherine had gave birth to. And he's the one that goes before me that makes the way straight. He had to go through all the countries and say, this is love. She's the way. She's the way to teaching people. Listen, love, caring, clean up the neighborhoods, clean up what's doing right. And he came in touch with these Christians, these Christian leaders who wanted to get in on the money, but he didn't. At first, it was like, okay, I'll get her, and then you guys can rule this or something. But in his heart, he was like, wow, I was familiar to him, and he was like, wow, she's love, and I want her back, and I want you back. It's true love. It's true love. I tell you guys, I can't explain it. It's true love. I love that man so much. It's crazy. It's crazy. I'm telling you, if I told you, you wouldn't believe it. It's a love that there's not going to be a dry eye in the place. So, as they went away, love began to speak to the crowds concerning John the Baptist. What did you go out in the wilderness to see? A reed shaken by the wind? What then did you go out to see? A man dressed in soft clothing? Behold, these who wear soft clothing are in king's houses. Or in the king's house, the queen's house. What then did you go out to see? A prophet? Yes, I tell you, and more than a prophet. This is he of whom it is written, behold, I send my messenger my servant Abraham, Moses, before your face, who would prepare your way before you. Truly I say to you, among those born of women, there has arisen no one greater than Michael. Yet the one who is least in the kingdom of love is greater than he. I'm the least in the kingdom. I'm the smallest of the kingdom of love, but I'm greater than he. And that's why Michael had to say, my fame must decrease and her fame must increase, because by her we all will live. And those people in the music industry understand that, are going to understand that after they've been battered, bruised, locked up, or whatever my father's going to do to them. I no longer care, because they went all out and all in on me to get that money, and then they find themselves trapped in murder, accessory to murder, and all these kinds of things. And so that's why they got to keep doing concerts. That's why they got to keep showing up here and keep showing up there, because they rejected me. The cornerstone that they rejected has now become, the stone that they rejected has now become the cornerstone. Truly I say to you, among those born of women, there has arisen no one greater than John the Baptist. Yet the one who is least in the kingdom is greater than he. From the days of John the Baptist until now, the kingdom of heaven has suffered the love of heaven has suffered violence, and the violent take her by force. And these violent men have taken me by force. For all the prophets in the law prophesied until John. And if you are willing to accept that he is Elijah who is to come, he who has ears to hear, let him hear. And she is Elijah who is to come. But to what shall I compare this generation? It is like children sitting in the marketplace and calling to their playmates. We played the flute for you, we danced, we sang, we did all this, we set up that for her, we set up this for her, we set up this, and you did not dance. And we sang a dirge, and you did not mourn. For John came neither eating or drinking, and they say he has a demon. The daughter of God came eating and drinking, and they say, look at her, a glutton and a drunkard, a friend of the tax collectors and sinners. Yet wisdom, she is justified by her deeds. Yeah, they say I'm big, I drank, and, I was holy. I am holy, the Holy One. And I talk to sinners and, and I know Michael fasted. He did all that. He did all this and all that because he knew in his heart that he was someone special to me. But those who are now tired of beating their head against a brick wall, because my father said, I'm going to make you harder than steel. They're going to harden their necks, but your neck is going to be harder than theirs. They're going to harden their foreheads, but your forehead is going to be harder than theirs. Until they're exhausted, until the times of the Gentiles are done. So at that time, love declared, I thank you, Father of heaven and earth, that you have hidden these things from those who are cunning. Wait, hold on. Okay, wait. You hid these things from those who think they are wise and understanding, and have revealed me to little children. to those who have to come to me as little children. Yes, ma'am. Yes. Thank you. I appreciate you. That's how you enter the kingdom, my kingdom. You have to be like my child. You have to be in a place, your heart has to be in a place where you know that I've come to save you, not to hurt you. But if you come at me trying to hurt me, you're going to get hurt. Yes, Father, for such was your gracious will. All things have been handed over to me by my Father. Everything has been handed to me by my husband. And no one knows the husband except no one knows the husband except his wife, and no one knows the wife except her husband. And anyone whom the wife chooses to reveal herself to. Come to me, all little children, no matter your age, color, race, size, all who labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you, and learn from me, for I am gentle and lowly in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light. And whom I set free will be free indeed. But you have to acknowledge your sin. You have to acknowledge your sin against me. You have to acknowledge that you played the dummy role. And that's why it's not good to try to play me in my face. Like the dummy. And I'm not sure. I walked up and out yesterday. I don't know. He had a bag of food or whatever. I don't know if he sprayed that smell in the hallway or whatever. But whoever put that smell in the hallway, that was a dummy move. You know, they set traps for themselves that they will die choking and burning inside their lungs and commit suicide. Those spirits that do that put that smell in my apartment, you will do that to yourself. You're still trying to do something that is not going to pay in the end. It's over. The game is over. There is no reward. There's dust. Is the only reward every human being on this earth is going to receive. Dust. Your parents are going to receive a bag of dust. They're probably, which probably isn't even worth a plastic bag. They're like, we don't know. They're missing. But they're missing. I haven't seen them. Oh well. Next. That's what I think about the children of the wicked. You want to live? Do right by me. Okay, so I'm going to end this video there, and I'll see you on the next one. Love you. Bye.